All right, guys, welcome back to the podcast. So today, I'm Garrick. I'm here with Hudson again. Finally joining us is Kobe.
Kidneys are good.
They're good. We mentioned it last time.
And
kids? Of course, Kobe is 16. He should not have, 17. Excuse me. He should not have kids.
You know she's gonna hear all of that.
And of course, Jackson is here with us, being silent as usual.
Yes.
See, these are the only words he can say. He can only say yes, just like Groot.
Hey, from last week's show, did you win the baseball game?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
You can fact check that if you're lying. We can,
According to
Okay, let's
PG.
No.
There you have it, folks.
So tell us, how's it like losing all the time? I am kidding. We are not going to be like that here. We are a nice, fun, loving family. And today, speaking of loving and families, we're going to talk about crime and justice. And we're going to talk about how celebrities can get away with these heinous crimes sometimes. As it feels like the justice system does. And, I guess, what would you call it? Seem to favor them? Hudson, what are you doing over there?
Playing with glitter.
All right. So anyway, there's, of course, lots of examples of celebrities out there. Hudson, you have anyone that comes to mind when you think of celebrities that maybe escaped hand grip of justice?
Horrible song.
I am not aware of this.
You haven't heard her song?
Is it? Well, okay. So did she commit a legitimate crime with this?
Making people go deaf.
Okay.
Let's just say the song was worse than Rebecca Black's Friday.
Wow, that's impressive. That takes a lot of skill to do. Kobe, any celebrities you can
First
think of?
thing that pops in my head is O.J. Simpson.
Okay, that's actually a good example. You know, he obviously did go to a jail for a little bit, or prison. Of course, there's still debate on whether he really did it or not. I'm a firm believer in that he did.
He did check the bush, though.
He did. I haven't kept up with the case. I do not know. But he did get out on parole pretty easily. He did get cheated. He cheated out his last few years, and so yeah. That was the celebrity that did. Do you think he should have gotten out?
No.
Why?
Didn't he kill his wife?
I think you're thinking of the wrong dude.
No, I believe it was his girlfriend. You can fact check that, Hudson, while you're at it.
First off, was it ever fully proven?
There was lots of evidence. Yeah, but I still think everyone still has their speculations about it. You know, there's lots of things that led up to it that made people go.
For splashing death of ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman.
That's right. Her friend was
on the morning of June. On my brother's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to your brother.
Who cares? All right. On June 13th.
Yeah.
I
don't
guilty.
think
He's not guilty?
he was found not guilty. So he was in prison for something because he did just get out. What was that for then?
Figure out why he was just in prison.
Yeah, 'cause I could have sworn that was.
For rape accusation, I think.
Oh. Okay, so there's accusations. So it's not.
Did they ever get factual evidence on it?
I don't know, but I know he checked that bush.
That is a problem nowadays, though, with men and women now, you know, is a woman could just say about a celebrity that, that, you know, sometimes that they can, a woman could just say it and can ruin a man's career. Do y'all believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Oakman for
rape.
Oregon.
Yes.
Vincent Weinman.
I thought he was from Baylor.
Ezekiel.
Oh, you're right, Baylor.
Ezekiel Elliott?
Yeah.
That was another scenario.
Kareem Hunt?
But Sean
Kareem
Oakman-
Hunt was actually kind of proven.
Yeah, true.
There was elevator video of it.
But Sean Oakman, he had those while he was in college. He was going to be really good. He was going to get into the draft and get drafted pretty high, but then those accusation came, and so it kind of ruined his career. That was a while ago. I don't even know, like 6 to 8 years ago, and he's just now.
Yeah.
They found out he wasn't guilty, and now he's trying to make a comeback.
So another celebrity that has kind of had a run-in with the law and kind of gotten away with it is Jussie Smollett, which we talked about last episode. We're gonna mention it again.
Pretty fun episode.
It was a fantastic episode. I found stuff about my dad I didn't know.
I thought you were about to say offensive.
It was about where the line is being offended. You know, it's. Anyway, of course, we talked about Jussie Smollett and how he was, how he supposedly orchestrated this attack and everything, you know, and he was never quite acquitted, or not acquitted for it, but, I guess what would you say? Proven that he did orchestrate it? I mean, it was lots of evidence that he did do it. What do y'all think about that? Do you think he did it and that the court system just was like, all right, just don't do it again? Or
I haven't heard about that case.
You have not heard about that?
He's the one that faked all that stuff.
Okay, so
What show was he off of?
Empire. He was.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah.
Like
Or
about
the
the
dude.
bleach.
Yeah, and they hear the news and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course they ended up finding out that there's a lot more connections. They're like, hey, these two people that attacked him were extras that worked on him or worked with him on the show. Yeah, and they
won a boxing tournament 2 days after.
He brought that up last time too. I do not know his obsession with
also
that.
Brought up Brexit.
He did bring up Brexit.
Talk about that.
No, because that was not the
point of the episode.
Well, I mean, Brexit there could be some crime in that, you know.
Speaking of crime, have you heard about the protest about climate change, global warming, and all that?
No, I have not.
No, I am.
Like, well, let's just say people in Universal Studios, like 1,000 people, climbed the globe that spins, and then they all got arrested. Just for fun.
So come back to crimes. Do you think all these people deserve to be punished, or do you think they deserve to be let go?
For the Jesse
Smollett should have been in jail.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll go back to that. I thought about the Universal thing with these people.
Yeah, because that's kind of like vandalizing and a little bit because they kind of destroyed it.
Okay, I was gonna say,
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, I can see that could be more of a destruction of property deal. So that could be something.
YNW Millie.
Yeah, that did happen recently too.
Yeah,
I don't even know what it's about.
But
he's getting the death penalty.
So now this is a scenario where, kind of going back to what we're going to talk about, is how the justice system kind of treats celebrities differently. Is this
by color and depending on what they are.
Well, that was something that's going to bring up later. Is that's another big issue. Is like, especially with these police beatings and stuff, which we'll get into that later. That could almost be an entire episode itself.
But anyway, he basically killed his two friends and made the scene look like
best friends for life.
Made the scene look like it was a drive-by, and then eventually they found out that it wasn't, and that whatever his name is, Melly.
YMCA.
They found out that he did it, and then from the state of Florida, he is given the death penalty.
So do you think in this scenario that this would be something that is just? Do you think he deserved to have the death penalty, or do you think he deserves to maybe serve a prison sentence, like 60 years to life or something like that, or what?
I'm pretty sure Florida is the only state with the death penalty. But I mean,
Texas
I think Oklahoma has it too.
Texas still has it too. Pretty sure Texas still does. So I guess now we can start maybe diving into the racial part of it. Do you think if this rapper, I'm not gonna say his name because I cannot remember it.
Capital punishment.
Lots of letters.
Yeah, there you go. Do you think if he was white, do you think he could have been treated differently?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm not denying it that that white people might get a better treatment.
Like Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. Well, I don't think he actually killed anyone. He did have an attempt
of murder.
Yeah, that's right. He attempted it.
He was charged with an assault and attempted murder for 2 separate crimes.
Now he did say some racial things too, I believe.
He committed on the same day. He left one man unconscious, and his other victim went blind in one eye. Wahlberg pleaded guilty to assault, but was sentenced to 2 years in jail, but he only served 45 days.
Where are you getting that off of?
I'm getting it off of Ranker.com.
Ranker.com, okay. Yeah. Sounds trustworthy.
So, it's secured. There's one about Justin Bieber, back in 2014 when he was arrested for DUI. And he tried to resist arrest in drag racing.
Yes, that's right. He's another celebrity that's had a lot of problems,
Yeah.
Do you think
Tiger Woods? He was found guilty of assault. He was found guilty of assault and careless driving, but was only fined $600, and the assault charge was dismissed.
So do you think that maybe if this was a normal person, like say one of us, because we're not big celebrities, we're not big names, do you think that would change for us? Do you think?
Yeah, we would have our license taken away.
Exactly. Well, I'm sure he probably got his license taken away.
Our rights would be taken away.
It says anybody else would have had their license taken away.
Okay, so
but he only had to pay $600 and he was good.
Yeah,
which for him that's nothing.
Yeah, that's literally that's the equivalent of $6 to us. Well, even then, $6 is a lot to me.
It is. The death penalty is legal in Texas.
Is it still legal? I was pretty sure it is.
It's been legal since 1974, and we have carried out the most executions in the United States.
Because we're Texas,
483 executions as of July 18th.
And so, hey, everything's bigger in Texas, including our death penalty totals. That's
from procon.org.
There goes my hat. That is a shame. So now I guess we can start, like I said, diving into some of the racial stuff, with some of these celebrities, Like I said, we talked about YMC, MLAA, whatever. What's his name?
YNW, Melly.
Okay.
Melly.
That could have been easy. Okay, here's a celebrity we haven't talked about.
Who?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
That's how did we forget that one?
Big crime.
Yeah, he's the one that's ratting people out. You know, these celebrities, these rappers.
Hey, yo, you hear about 21 Savage? I mean, doesn't he look British to you?
I'm just saying, man. Not conspiracy theories yet, but you know. But I do believe. Do you think Tekashi? You know, okay, so maybe a physical appearance of a celebrity. You know, if you look at someone like Tekashi 6ix9ine, who has all these tattoos on his face, you know, the different colored teeth and hair. Dude, if you looked at this person while, like, you're a judge and you're sitting there in court looking at this person,
You'd
and
think he's guilty.
Yeah, you would think he's guilty. Do you think that plays a factor?
Yes.
You know, 'cause, I mean, I feel like that's whenever I see the news, you know, and I see like not just a celebrity, but someone in general. You know, if it's a very, you know, I guess not to say trashy, but maybe not well cared for, just maybe very outlandish. You know, you look at them and go, okay, this person seems like something that they would do. You know,
I mean, like last night I went to a hockey game and
who'd you watch?
or I went to the Dallas Stars hockey game.
Are you really? Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Lucky? Should have told me.
And Chuck Liddell came walking right beside us, and everyone thinks he's like all mean and like grumpy because he used to be in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that dude's freaking nice.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I think
Appearances play a big factor in it.
Exactly, and you know, I think you know.
Judge a book by its cover.
Not only that, but when you ever hear, you know, you do hear celebrity, and you know, they're like, oh, this celebrity got arrested for doing this or this. You would think, oh, they wouldn't do that. But when you think about it, you're not thinking about them as the person they are. You think about the person that you've seen them at play.
Yeah, it's
you
just
know?
it's just like WWE. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have to play that character.
Right.
And their minds like switch.
Like John Cena, for example, you know, he's very aggressive on that, but when he's meet him in real life and stuff, or you see him in another movie, or just in general, he's
very chill.
Yeah, very chill, very calm,
They're
very
totally
funny.
different outside of what they do for a living.
Exactly, you know. I think we're kind of getting a little off topic with this. I mean,
bit.
just a little bit. We'll get back on, you know.
we did last time.
Yeah, we did. We like I said, we got back on pretty fast, you know. Let's think of another celebrity. Here's a little lesser known one. I don't remember his charges. Louis C.K. though is a big comedian that I believe, if I remember right, he did touch children. I believe, if I remember, I know he had something with children. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, there's this poster right there on the wall. The first one there that says Louis.
Oh, I was talking about someone else.
Who are you thinking of?
I'm pretty sure you watch. Do you watch Drama Alert on YouTube?
Keemstar?
Yeah.
Yes. You know that guy that he had that story, the guy with the tattoos. I think his name is Roman.
Roman Atkins? Something like that?
Oh, the wrestler?
No.
I don't know who you're here's someone that I think didn't get in as much trouble as I should have, and it was Logan Paul for his suicide video.
I mean, well, he has the right to film whatever he wants, but
if you think about it, he did. Well, you do have the right to film. I think that
You have to put it on the internet.
Yeah, you saw a dead body. You know, first of all, that's something that's very
scar. Family.
And it's not only that, but in Japan's suicide forest, it's a very sacred place.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's. And out of respect, you know, they wouldn't want you to see that. It's already has a bad rep because suicide forest, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so you wouldn't want to, I guess, you wouldn't want that to be spread even more. You know.
So that was kind of.
I feel like he didn't get as much trouble as he deserved. You know, I don't think did he suffer any sort of legal
I don't think
problems?
so.
I know
he just took the video down. I don't know if it's because they made him or.
Well, I know YouTube gave him some hella value.
Yeah.
They were revoking him from searches and stuff. It's I know it's not. I know that he didn't get in much legal trouble, but I know like YouTube was like removing them from a recommended. He wasn't showing up as much on YouTube. Of course, his presence was still there.
Well, that's kind of rude of him. It's just rude of him to do that when
People in
Japan,
they should know better if you he's popular too and he knows what to do.
And a lot of people look up to him.
And then like right now we're like, have y'all heard about his dog dying?
Yeah.
I heard he exploited it. I don't know how. I hadn't seen it.
He hasn't, but like he's better on this one because I guess it was personal.
Yeah.
But like he's still making jokes about it. But like I saw
something he said.
Well, that's
I saw this clip of it on Instagram of how he was just like, whenever he was getting backlash from people,
right?
And he was saying, I'm like, whenever it's something serious, I'm just a comical person, and I'd turn that into comedy. So
it's
his way
of handling.
Yeah, it's your way of coping. I do that too.
everyone.
You know, there's so many serious situations. I'll be sitting there, you know, and I'll just crack a joke. You know, of course, my dad will get mad at me. This isn't the time and probably whack me upside the head, which I probably deserve. What's that?
That's my grandma dote.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it's not the right time, but it's just the way someone copes with it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Okay, so here's another a big person that got away. So I don't know if you really technically consider these guys celebrities. Well, I guess our president, Donald Trump, he's always accused of something, He's always supposedly evaded the law,
They're trying to impeach him.
Right. I don't think he'll be impeached, but I mean, you never know. I mean, we didn't think he was going to be elected in the first place. I was going to say something. I forgot.
About Donald Trump impeached?
I was going to say something. I can't think of it now. It just evaded my mind. I'm sure I'll get back to it sometime. Is there anyone else y'all could think of that you can... there's a recent college scandal that happened.
With the girl from Full House?
A lot of big names. That was a big deal.
Paying
they're
kids.
paying people to like get her good grades, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how this. I don't think anyone's really been fined or. I don't think anyone's really been fined or, I guess imprisoned for it yet. That I can think of. But I do think that they should deserve some sort of punishment. Because that is unfair to other people who legitimately,
they don't deserve to do that.
It's essentially cheating.
Just because they have more money than others.
All these other people, they're not doing it.
The other people don't get a fair chance of how much money they make.
Yeah, that's not how it should be based on. It should be based on your intelligence. If you would fit into the program. Yeah, so I feel like that they should. I feel like that they shouldn't get a huge. I think everyone, when you see online and stuff, when like, this person should just receive the death penalty, I think we all overplay the actual sentence from what it really should be. Because I think we never really get the full details of everything, I think some of that stuff, it's somewhere else. We just haven't found it yet,
Mm-hmm.
We only, most people online now just read the headline. They don't even click on the story. They don't read it in the newspaper. They don't watch it on the news. They just read the headline. And they base everything off of that.
Yeah, they don't see the full story. They don't see everything.
And so when you see people online, they're thinking that this guy just deserves more, you don't know the full story. This guy there could have been a reason for it. I'm not saying that what they did do was probably wrong, but I'm not saying, just read your facts through. Man.
Don't assume.
Lindsay Lohan is another celebrity. I don't think
I haven't heard about her.
She hasn't quite evaded the law. In fact, it's kind of the opposite. She's very familiar with it.
I found this article on Ranker saying that
Ranker returns.
Saying that she was sentenced to 90 days for like probation because she violated it. But then she was released after 14 days.
Okay, so see, for that first part there, I think that's a justified sentence, than 90 days, Give you 3 months to straighten up. Yeah, and then this whole 15-day, 14-day stuff, which happens a lot more than you think.
For prison overcrowding. But while she was there, it says she got special treatment, like having visitors 24/7 and
that's exactly
special food.
That's exactly what we're talking about. It's finally.
They get special privileges.
There we go. We're finally breaking through now.
Not getting treated the same as everybody else.
Right, it's because it's a name everyone's heard of,
She's ranked number 4 on people we want to see on a Comedy Central roast.
Oh, that would be actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Why? Why? For you people there that cannot see, Kobe has stuck a charger onto the wall. He didn't jam it into the wall. He put it onto the wall. I do not know how he did it. It is impressive.
That's because of the acrylic paint friction.
Well, Kobe, that is impressive. I wish we had a camera to show you all this. This is actually really cool.
Oh, I stepped on that. I'll put the phone back.
Oh,
come on, buddy.
Oh, good Lord,
stepped
Hudson.
on a hat and wrinkled it up.
You're missing a lot of good comedy here. Hudson now just threw the evidence away.
Another celebrity. Let me go back to it. It's also on Ranker. Paris Hilton.
What did that said person do?
You know who Paris Hilton is?
Mm-mm.
You ever heard of the Hilton Hotels?
Nope.
She is.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she is a.
Let me see the picture.
She's not
kind of old.
Oh, okay, I know.
But still looks like mid-30s.
No, it's not.
Like
She doesn't own them. I believe it was her father or grandfather that brought these hotels together. But
But she's been
Anyway, what's she done?
Like, it says she's been arrested several times. It's not going to go through all the crimes, but a DUI and cocaine possession twice.
Gosh.
And what was she?
Got the nose
What
candy.
was her punishment for all that?
About to get there.
Okay.
And leaving the scene 3 times,
God.
which is considered a misdemeanor crime in California and is punished by 6 months of jail time and a $1,000 fine. But she didn't have to suffer anything.
Why? Did they give a reason why?
Like I said,
But the thing she went to jail for, driving with a suspended license.
I think it just kind of depends on who the officer is too. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like some officers won't give you a ticket if you're speeding.
Yeah, I mean, small town like this, you know, you have connections. I mean, everyone has. I'm sure you have.
Some people higher up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can get away with, speeding. Just depends on who you know.
Exactly. Yeah. And of course, like I said, I think not trying to get into the race thing. Of course, I think when people say white privilege, I think this could result as another thing called, like a celebrity privilege.
Right.
I do believe celebrities do get special treatment, whereas other people don't. And I think it's because they're idolized.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people don't want them to be seen as
they don't want their
reputation.
Yeah. Yes.
They don't want to taint that. They don't want it to be marked up. I mean, if you think about Bill Cosby, when all the allegations are coming out, I didn't want to believe it because Bill Cosby's a cool dude. Putting pops in.
About not the Bush, or he's the one that checked the Bush, not O.J. Simpson.
I don't think they heard that, Hudson. But if you're curious about what,
go ahead.
What was I gonna say?
Flashback to 20 minutes ago. It's not O.J. Simpson. It's Bill Cosby.
I don't know if they can hear that.
I'm sure they can. They can hear us pretty well. I'm sure they can hear that. But yeah, Bill Cosby, I don't think he quite necessarily got away with it. Or let me phrase that. He did go away with it for a very long time.
Yeah,
it caught
got
up to
extended.
him. Yeah.
He ended up.
And I think I'm not the only person that. I mean, I'm sure. Deep down, I knew I believed that he did it,
mm-hmm.
but I was in denial.
You just didn't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to. I think that's what a lot of people were like. And then when they finally happened, everyone was just kind of like, "Hey, it happened."
Tyreek Hill, receiver for the Chiefs, was accused for child abuse. And he was accused of child abuse on his son, but it just came back that he won't be charged with anything.
Oh, wow. And so is it proven that he did abuse his child? Is there video proof? Is there physical proof? Is there...
We're about to... The DA, it says, however, the DA does believe a crime has been committed. Another Chiefs player, Kareem Hunt, a video of him...
Kicking a pregnant woman.
A pregnant woman,
yeah.
But
that's a 2-for-1, right?
It happened
Touchdown.
a while ago.
Yeah.
And the NFL didn't investigate on it or anything. They just left it alone until the video went around, and people started seeing it. And it went viral, and that's when they started investigating. And Kareem Hunt.
I think that's another thing to point out is when you're like an NFL player who is involved in this big organization. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's if you have someone like Kareem Hunt, excuse me, that does do something like this, they're gonna want to kind of brush it under the rug. They're gonna okay, maybe anyone won't see this because that'll make us look bad,
Mm-hmm.
But of course, the smart decision would be to go ahead and take care of it now, so that way when people find out that you did brush it under the rug, it doesn't make y'all look bad too.
Yeah.
And it's understandable why they'd want to protect someone like that because he is a valuable player.
He is.
He's
cold.
Yeah, he is cold. Was cold.
Yeah.
I actually believe he's not. He's still in the NFL, isn't he?
Yeah, he got signed by the Browns.
Was it? Yeah.
He was
But
originally released from the Chief after that whole video surfaced.
And then of course he has a 6-game suspension of sorts.
Yeah.
Did anything legally happen to him?
Nope.
I don't think
No?
so. No, I don't.
Okay, so was it just the NFL that investigated this?
Yeah.
It's only Cowboy players they get.
Yeah.
It says on ESPN, back to Tyreek Hill, that
Around Kareem Hunt.
that there was a separate issue at the same house sometime later in which there was a report of battery. And Hill was not mentioned in the report, but they went ahead and investigated him because he was, in 2014, he reportedly choked and punched a woman.
Wow.
This is Tyreek Hill, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was dismissed from the Oklahoma State's football team.
So this was back in college.
Yeah, and pleaded guilty to domestic assault and battery by strangulation in August 2015. The incident was expunged from his record in August 2018 after he completed probation requirements.
Gosh. So he only got probation for all of that?
Yeah.
See, that just doesn't... I feel like if I did that, I would be in prison right now. You know, I feel like I would probably be in there for 10, 15 years. You know, I don't think he should have gotten just probation. You know, I feel like that he was pretty young at the time. You know, he's still in college. I think maybe there's he's just a young kid. You know, but still, I don't think that excuses it. Yeah, but I do think maybe that was a thought process that happened.
Dang,
Yeah.
this one's big. Do y'all know Brandy Norwood?
No.
No, I don't think I do.
No, I don't.
She was involved in a fatal car crash on December 30th, 2006. I said that wrong.
2006.
Her Range Rover hit a Toyota and killed a mother and her child. But due to insignificant evidence, she's never charged or arrested with vehicle manslaughter. But the family tried to sue for $50 million, and it said it was out of reach by the court.
Wow.
So she walked away with nothing except two kills.
You know, that is an interesting thing that it brings up is there's not sufficient evidence.
That's what they all say.
I'm
Is
sure.
it true?
You
Or
know,
are they
is
just
this a corrupt
trying to
system?
keep their name clean?
Yeah.
Damn.
And like I said, you know, or I never said this actually, but now that I say it, celebrities usually have a ton of money. You know, they could have slipped a couple 20s under the judge's table. You know.
I'm sure they have. I'm sure it's something we don't know about.
Probably
there
got that
has
guy
to
from
be.
the State
You never-
Farm
I feel-
commercial. Yeah, I'll be quicker than that.
Sure.
I guess that makes sense, Hudson. But yeah, I feel like it's something we kind of forget about is that maybe there isn't sufficient evidence to convince someone of that exists a specific crime. Yeah, but as we learned with Ezekiel Elliott, sometimes they'll still go through with it. You know, haven't forgiven you, Roger Goodell, for that. So, all right. Well, I guess we're about out of time. Does anyone have anything closing to say, Hudson?
Can we talk about
Maybe
Brexit this week?
Next week.
Maybe next week, Hudson. We'll talk about Brexit. All right. All right. Well. No, Hudson, stop insulting people.
Sorry.
What is that in your hand? What is that drink?
What, am I going to go to jail for that?
Are you a celebrity?
Probably since you're Hudson.
You are. All right. Well, Hudson has left the building. Should we call this one?
No, let's just close
Does
it.
he have a ride?
Let's just close it.
What's that?
Hudson, stop throwing stuff at us. All right. Well, I guess that's it. So this is Garrick signing off with Kobe, Jackson, and Hudson. And,
was to
Hudson,
be
put it down.
Yes, what was to be Hudson.
Guess we'll see y'all later.
Thank you.